If you want to make a web application or mobile application, let's find out which 5 blocks are actually exist behind each application and how you can make it time and cost efficient. So let's make it simple and bring analogy of a restaurant compared to the web or mobile application. Each restaurant has an address, it has a building, it has a cooking area and a place where you meet your customers, and then customers see the menu and eat the food. So it's worked exactly the same way for a web application. So here's the 5 main blocks of each application. Frontend. Frontend is like a place where your customers actually experience the food, how you serve them, like how the menu looks, and it's really important. And it's it's like in frontend is a website, what you see or like your clients see. Backend. Backend is like a kitchen behind the scene, but the customers don't see. If you're a chef or the staff can cook great food and make it quick, for example, then it's like purpose of the backend. If you look at the web application, it's usually kind of servers like a JavaScript or like Python or Java, whatever. And the purpose of the backend is actually deliver the data quick, so the frontend actually can do their best job. The server is like a building, is like a the premises where your restaurant are. It's also give you the how much electricity you can consume or water, like where is it located and stuff like this. It should have actually address as well. Talking about the address, it's actually a domain name, and like a domain is basically a table, or when you look something in the Google Maps and you like my favorite restaurant, it's actually give you the real address, which is actually GPS coordinates. Same works for web, right? If you have a mywebsite.com, it's actually point on things called API address, which actually like a GPS address in the real world. Database, obviously, where you store the things. Like if you need to store fruits and vegetables and meat, like kind of bills, wherever you want. It needs to be a place where you can place some stuff that is nobody see and is pretty secure. And in some cases, you need to quick access to this database. If you need to serve this fresh fruits, then the stuff should go there, pick it, and bring to the backend, to the kitchen, cook it, and then deliver to the front end, to the area where the people eat actually. So this is how the application actually works. So each components can be customized, and fine-tuned, depends on your business task. And let's take a look like how you can achieve this right now. So you have online presence today. So first you need to decide, do you actually need all these components or you can use, like a platform like Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, because basically Instagram is all these components built together and bring you to just use it, and it actually works super efficient. But let's say you need to customize one of this aspect, like a backend or frontend, then you need to go to the development and the custom solution, and let's find out on different approaches which you can actually pick to make the job done. Number one is actually using software like a Wix or Squarespace. It's basically just an editor. You don't need to know anything about the code, and you place things together so it looks good. So you're more thinking like about the front end, and the backend, server database are actually handled by these services in exchange of the subscription which you have to pay. I think it's really great options if you want to start quick. So WordPress or like similar content management system where you can host on your own. I think it's also great. You can also go cloud right now, but it's also subscription. But the nice part, you actually can buy the template and design your app, and then ask developers to host it. So you don't have a monthly subscription, and you will have a kind of similar site as actually Wix or Squarespace. Next one, which I actually really like, is it's called Headless CMS. So basically, as a business owner, you have access to manage the data, and this data will actually just be it's called API server. So it basically will give data that you put in, but then developers can develop custom mobile application or web application or wearables application, whatever you want, and just consume this data. So for you, it's give you a nice interface, no need of understanding the technical things, and for developers, it gives a lot of freedom to make a really custom solution. Custom front-end and the server infrastructure as a server. So here you have to develop your own front-end, but the backend, or more like a serverless backend, you can use it from the Google or Amazon. And then the last one is pretty kind of classical old way of have present internet, when you have a custom front end and custom backend, which you place on a dedicated server somewhere in the cloud, and then you pay the fixed price. Cost structure. I guess the main cost always the people, right? If you want to hire someone, it will cost a lot, right? But you can go really simple way at the start. So using platform like YouTube or Instagram, it will be basically free. Then if you need like more custom things, you can go like Squarespace and Wix and pay, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks a month, and you will have a really decent application in the internet. Which path should you take? It's like always, it depends. If you're just starting, I would probably go with the Wix or Squarespace to start quick. You know, you can lose this 20 bucks a month, but at least you will learn a really good example of how to make app, you know, good looking and, you know, well looking for a desktop and mobile. And then when you start developing your business, you will see which kind of component you want to invest more in, the front end, back end, or database. It really depends. So if you want to know more about this, how to make the job done, by which tools to use, please consider to like and subscribe. See you.